I love cats.
Yeah.
I mean, cats. I mean, I don't know if I love. I'm not gonna say I love all cats because cats, like humans, are just like different. Each
Oh
one
yeah.
is fucking strange. Like they're all strange as
Everyone has a
fuck.
personality.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna say I like all the cats because there's probably cats out there that are just straight evil.
Mhm.
Like I don't believe that all the cats are out there being cool because cats are just so diverse that there has to be like literal asshole cats somewhere. Like welcome to Basement Communion. I'm Reverend Terry,
This is Grindhouse
and tonight we want to talk about a new shot on video film, Blood Sick Psychosis.
Blood Sick Psychosis.
Blood Sick Psychosis.
Why don't you give us some background on it, Grindhouse?
So I found out about it. I follow a guy on Instagram named Deep, and he was showing some interesting stuff where they were doing some scene for scene trades with The Rock Nelson, where kind of like, hey, you be in our movie, we'll be in your movie, kind of stuff. And I was like, that's a really cool concept.
Crisscross. I do yours. They swap murders. Crisscross. Crisscross.
So I said, hey, what's this all about? And he said, yeah, we're shooting a movie and shot on video. He is the DP and assistant director. The director is actually Bruce Longo. I'm not familiar with them, but they were shooting a movie and they're kind of going for like a Vampire of Sacramento vibe. And I think they really made it their own. It's Bruce Longo's the director. Deep, Mike, he was the DP and assistant director, and he also wrote the score. He does ambient music. Besides the score, they did a pretty freaking great heavy metal soundtrack.
Soundtrack was definitely one of my favorite parts. All the bands were fucking amazing, and the score was really nicely done. Like you could tell it was one of those movies like Rot that was able to film because they had a flourishing musical, like close music scene locally.
Yes, exactly.
So they had lots of extras and people to play. And that always makes me hella fucking jealous, especially living in the Mormon desert.
We're both in like these isolated areas. We're like, yeah, there's no one like in any scene to hang out with to shoot a movie. That'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm down.
Everyone in the town that seemed to be involved was like not only a punk rocker, but also had a poster from a cult film in their room.
Like, really into great cult movies.
Everyone in town. Every victim. Like this again, it's like just the scene films. I'm hella jealous of this. Like it's that and Rot and the first Dick Face Killer. I feel like all three are like not only are like half like retold
Did they change
tales.
the name to Dick Face Killer to something else?
Yeah, I think it's the Gore Face Killer. But
Gore Face, they renamed it.
like so my guess on all three of these movies that I just named off is that they're slightly based off of like local legends and thing that people actually did. Like some of the segments where they're just doing things is based off of like some kind of local legend. So it's like a mix of a scene film like Edge of Coral or something, but also like a horror movie.
Well, one scene shot at drive-in, and they've got Grave of the Vampire on, which is such a fantastic movie. It's got one of the best fight scenes ever. I mean, it's just kind of drawing off that grimy horror vibe,
which I enjoyed a lot. You know, the whole movie, as far as plot goes, the whole movie is exactly what people say will happen. You listen to metal and watch fucked up movies, like you're gonna turn into some kind of like demented killer. Yeah. Oh yeah, do drugs. Sorry. Yeah.
And it followed the path of the typical serial killer. You know, you start in with some animal torture, which is awful.
And I think he's been killing animals lately.
I'm glad the FX on that were like, yeah, okay, that's fake. I don't have to worry. No animals.
I was gonna say that's probably a warning you had to give at the beginning of any review is be like, there's a cat dismemberment in this film. It's kind of fucked up. I don't know. That part was great though. He juiced the cat and then he threw the rest of the cat in the blender.
Yeah. The fact that this is a fake cat he's juicing to drink.
That was weird that it was acid. Well, okay, so I gotta ask you a question. Do you think acid was like dissecting this plot way too much, but was it implying that acid like started that whole craziness?
They were implying that acid
Like acid and then
started
his
it.
friend reading his tarot cards?
I thought it was actually just more part of the scene.
Okay. Yeah, it
Like,
seemed like,
that's their go-to. I mean,
but it would still go with
that's
the
not my
theme.
go-to, but I think that was their go-to, and it does go with the theme that thus and such will make you do this shit.
Yeah, they should have done Dungeons and Dragons.
Can you tell me of the giant dragon?
It really is just a fever dream of satanic panic, conspiracy theory stuff. Like, it was pretty fun that it was just praying through that whole satanic panic, like metal and horror movies are going to make you kill people, turn you into a cultist, have you ripping babies out of people's hands and
I
drawing
mean, it's always
blood.
been that way. If you think about Tell Your Children or Reefer Madness, you take one toke and suddenly you're going to kill people and do all these things. It's always been a fear of drugs, a fear of counterculture.
I was pretty jacked up on marijuana, so I decided to try it, and I dropped it.
Which is fun. In this medium, it was really funny to see that be, like literally they do that and they go on a really intense spree that makes no sense. And their personality keeps changing back and forth, and they have to drink blood and commit terrible acts. But mostly when I do LSD, I just get stuck looking at things. Or if I was to do LSD, I would just get stuck looking at things.
I'm good right here staring at this thing forever.
Yeah.
Until I come down.
So it seems filmed over an extended period of time to me, for some reason. Like a long period of time.
Usually on your lower budget pictures, we're all working jobs. What weekends you guys got free? Tuesday there's a show going down. Let's go film there. And the time starts compounding. It's not going to be like Redneck Zombies where it's like 3 years apart and people's hair length changes by 6 feet. But
it felt like a lot of work was put into it. Like every part of this film,
I think a hell of a lot of work was put in.
Every indoor scene had like some really, really well done cinematography, which is weird to say on like that kind of film, but
It's
like
not.
it had
I think
amazing
I think
cinematography.
Mike kicked it out of the park on this. For video, fucking did great.
So sometimes this movie had a lot of like really entertaining non-gore parts.
But
sometimes when you have that kind of dialogue, it can, that kind of film, it can get kind of boring. But like the mix
like
of
you're watching a really shitty porn where you're just kind of fast forwarding.
I thought you were gonna say a Beelzebub movie.
Not a Beelzebub movie. No, this is engaging. I mean, like the dialogue.
Well, and it's a mix of that the dialogue is engaging and also the camera work during those times is like really, it's not just stuck looking and praising the dialogue. It's like doing some really great shit. So it's entertaining. You could be like stoned as fuck and it would still be entertaining, even if you weren't listening to what was being said. The cinematography was amazing. The soundtrack is probably my favorite part, but the cinematography is pretty fucking great. Like there was some really good spots.
You got the Blu-ray. I actually picked up the tape because I kind of wanted to watch SOV on tape, and I picked it up from Video Arena.
Okay.
He's just like he puts out animation mixtapes and things, and kind of does these like over the top, really cool releases. Like my copy has like blood splatter all over, and it came with like a punk patch. So bare bones on the other stuff, but it was really solid release.
Mine was Blu-ray. It did have an amazing, I don't know, it might be my tech background, but like I really love a good clean menu that doesn't annoy me.
Yes. No, I hear that.
And this one's just really simple, but works really well and still has like an intro, but the intro is super fast and like, yeah, it's pretty good. The gore effects range from like really silly to like just really gross. There's some parts that really did remind me of what the fuck? Nathan Schiff. But like, some of it remind me of the Nathan Schiff stuff where it's like literally just a bag of meat being opened up, and some of it like, and again, it seemed like it was filmed over several different eras of effects. There was some really good stuff.
All practical, and some of it was really effective, and some of it, you kind of chuckled along with.
It wasn't inconsistent because it was all gross. So it was good. The amount of gross going on. It was fucking nasty, which is awesome. I think some of it was meant to be comedic. It took from a lot of stuff, which is cool.
It didn't steal. It's not stealing from anything. It was definitely paying homage.
Her medical collection Reminded me a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of
like
Necromantic.
no, the whole like shelf of like wet species, and I kind of like the background of where it started from and how it was like the religious oppression of
Yeah.
don't touch yourself, kind of progressed into her collection of wet samples and just nastiness. That was cool. The director is a claymation person, which I haven't seen their work previously, but the opening credits are a claymation opening credit, and it is absolutely fun.
Oh yeah, I love the claymation opening. Claymation is always pretty awesome. That stuff was, really well done, like mixed media going on there.
I mean, I've never seen worms incorporated into an opening credit scene
No,
to
definitely
that
not.
effect. No,
Really
the
cool way to
claymation was
start the
tight,
film.
very cool. It looked like the people it was representing, and it was a really cool style. And I kind of want to dig into their back catalog of claymation now.
It does. It makes me really want to watch their previous stuff.
Yeah,
I like
I
I like the
thoroughly
scene
enjoyed it.
movies. I'm a big fan of. I feel like it was a good success, not successor, but like companion piece to something like Rot because it
Hmm.
was like a scene movie like lots of people. I love the inclusion of the band actually playing one band, local band like playing.
I
Remind me of
enjoy that. It's not like a '50s movie where they're padding out the movie.
no,
It
it's
worked. It drove the scene, and like you've got the kids at the show talking.
also we got a few scenes in that scene that were or around or a few scenes around that scene that were obviously just actual people talking as their actual self, like
Yes,
which I enjoyed.
this isn't scripted. This is people talking.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed the movie quite a lot. I
Yeah,
love
if that
the
trailer doesn't hook you in,
yeah, great
get out of
great
here.
soundtrack. It's a shot on video horror scene movie. It's a small genre, but it's amazing genre, and
It is.
I hope we have more entries soon. Yeah, it was very good.
This is what we need
And
more of.
you gotta love having a film that is actually shot on video and not using some kind of filter.
Yeah, please get out of here. Don't filter your fake VHS, fake film. I don't want to see it anymore. It distracts me. It takes me out so
Yeah,
fast.
it either is or it isn't.
When you use them authentically like this, it
Yeah,
comes through. You shoot it on video. The soul is there. Is awesome.
I got the hot dog up to my mouth again, and I was ready to bite, and the scream got louder. And it hit me. No, it couldn't be. And I looked down at the hot dog, and there was a face on him.